What up, Talkin fight fans? Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Knuckle Up with yours truly, Mike Orr, and my man Cedric Ben, doing what we do best, profiling these hungry, undefeated prospects from around the world. And we got one for you today, man, and that is Aslambek Ilyasovich Idigov. We're going to call him the Hulk. That's his nickname. This kid, Russian professional boxer who has held the IBF and WBO European super middle titles since 2019. This kid, got to talk about him. 21-0 right now, 7 knockouts, super middle division. He's ranked number 4 out of 48 in Russia. He's ranked 18 out of 1,401 in the world, and he's only 26 years old. And he has just moved to Las Vegas, Nevada, because he's looking to go from prospect to contender, originally from Grozny, Russia. He is scheduled to fight, guys, this month, 26th. And this one, he's looking to stay undefeated. He's coming off a wonderful unanimous decision win back November the 3rd of last year. Cedric, have you seen this kid? Have you seen him fight?
Yes. Lots of James Ballard and also training videos.
I can't hear you, brother.
Where is he from?
He's from Germany. He now resides in Las Vegas, Nevada. For his last 4 pro fights, he did camps in U.S. soil and now has relocated to Las Vegas, the mecca of boxing, to continue his rise in the game.
He has the perfect like destroy. You glassy to make you any fancy footwork, going his hands up and coming and again in a mental smart way, like he's and has been. So I can see I treated as with that Talkin. Does he have anything scheduled coming up?
Yeah, he's fighting on the 26th of this month. He is a super middleweight prospect who wants to make that leap to contender. His aggressiveness and physique has earned him that nickname Hulk. He's born in Germany, grew up in childhood in the time after the war of 2003. We talked about that upbringing. Finding boxing was an element for, an outgoing pattern of youthful transgression. He was instilled with responsibility, determination, and respect from the older people and for older people and women. His father used to be the head of their village administration for 11 years, and then he retired. He passed away 3 months later. He missed him tons. His mother was a teacher of Russian language at school. He has 3 brothers, 2 older, 1 younger. His childhood was very interesting growing up in, a war-stricken country. And, he spent a lot of time on the streets and believed in fighting all these kids, man, misbehavior, all the things that it is. And, boxing did the same thing that it's done for a lot of these guys we talk about. Boxing came along, and as it does in every day, in all pockets of the world, appealing to young folks who might have, that devil may cry attitude, could transition from rebels without causes to casualties taking up, space in prison or worse. His uncle was a boxer trainer and noticed that, he was physically tough and, with a character and built like the character of a fighter. So, at the age of 16, he'd offered to move him to Kyiv, and he started to train in boxing. 1.5 years of hard training. He debuted in 2013 as a pro. He had the chance to work with several trainers in different places. He spent time training in Moscow. His last camps in the U.S. So, the kid is looking to make that transition to the international stage. He hasn't fought anywhere but Russia, but we're going to see him soon, guys, hopefully after this next fight, because you know what? He has relocated to Las Vegas, where all his camps have been for these fights coming up. This kid has had power going all the way back to 2013. In his second pro fight, he drops and stops his opponent. He's got tons and tons. And now this kid has been signed by Salida Promotions. He's with Salida. The kid's physically strong. He has a desire to be the best. he's got a great, you know, he's held the IBO International Boxing Youth Middle title. He's held the WBO European Super Middle title, the IBF Federation, you know, the IBF European Silver Middle, the WBA Asia Super Middle title. The kid is no slouch when it comes to putting straps around his waist. You know, he's you know, after compiling a record of playing low, he captured his first professional title, and that was the IBO Youth Super Middle title by defeating his opponent by a unanimous decision. That was back in 2016. So, you know, this kid, he really does know what he's doing in that ring, guys, and I can't wait to see this kid, you know, transition into that international stage and get in front of some of these bigger opponents. Man.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
We're talking about, you know, boxing saves people like that. Just making a comparison, victimizing their opponents, and ending up on which we have same victim the other week. So that's what this guy looks like. He can predict right now that he'll probably knock out of the week.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it, man. This kid, you know, every time he gets in the ring, he gets better and better. You know, you know, like he says, he performs better every single time he gets in the ring. He's, you know, every test that Salida has put in front of him, he has gone out and destroyed and conquered it. And, you know, it's only a matter of time before we get to see this kid in there with a big strap on, man. You know, he gets physically better every time. You know, be on the lookout for this kid, the Hulk, man. You know, Salida and other promoters are having good luck with some of these Russian fighters, man, these Russian hitters who have good work ethics, who are eager to learn and will focus almost solely on fighting. Then they come to America and enjoy some of the mentoring and structure and ample sparring opportunities. You know, it's such a mecca for them to come over here. You know, he wants more camps in America, so he moves there, right? His techniques get better. He has more sparring partners with a whole bunch of different styles, and it all helps him grow. You know, for the next couple of years, he plans to leave his mark at 168. And at the moment, in his last fight, you know, comes through with that unanimous decision win, and we get to see him again in the ring, guys, August the 26th. So make sure you mark that date on your calendars. You're not going to want to miss the Hulk in action, man, for sure. Anything you want to add before we get out of here?
I'm just looking forward to his next fight.
Definitely. All right, guys, you know what it is, man. It's your man, Mike Gorin, Cedric Ben, doing what we do best. That's prospects. You know what to do. Hit up that subscribe. Help us get to 3,000. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same channel, new prospect.